I'm not looking for people to write what will please Peter Obi. Just write for the country. Write for the future of our children. That makes all the difference and everything. Thank you. And further explanation on the issue which I said of subsidy. If you read the statement of removal of subsidy, he said, we will not, for us to stop borrowing, and the gains of the subsidy to be invested in turning around the economy. In fact, after for a few months, they were announcing the gains of the subsidy. Just the gains of unification. But I can tell you, even this year, we have overborrowed our target by almost 70% this year alone. Don't get me wrong, there's nothing wrong in borrowing. Any day I'm a businessman. There's nothing wrong in a national borrowing. Most of the countries we want to emulate are in debt. America is 124% of their GDP in debt. China is almost about 80% now. Any other country, Indonesia, everything has been. They've overborrowed. But where is the debt being utilized? Where is the investment? What is happening to it? That is the critical thing that we need to do. Why is those savings? Where is those savings? Why is it not impacting on our critical area of development, education, health, and pulling people out of poverty? Why is it not impacting? Because those savings and those borrowing are mismanaged. If they are managed properly, you will see a difference. You're asking people to fast and you're feasting. It will not work. We need to cut down on the rascality, physical rascality we are going through. Deal with the issue of corruption.
When we tell you the difference between true leadership and a corrupt leadership, it is exemplified in Peter Obi's response to this press call about writing. On one hand, Tinubu is telling the press to be fair to him. Peter Obi is telling the press, don't worry about me, write for the country. You can see the distinct and the clear difference between them two. But the key thing here that strikes me, which is what I want to talk about, is Peter Obi's attack and blasting of Tinubu and telling him, stop mismanaging Nigeria's economy. Stop mismanaging the money. Deal with corruption. Peter Obi is telling Tinubu, deal with corruption. All the savings you say you claim that you've made, you borrowed 70% of it again. Where's the money going to? Stop corruption. Peter Obi is just telling Tinubu, stop corruption. You cannot tell Nigerians to fast, to tighten their belt, and then you are riding on convoys and entourages, you're buying jets, you're buying yachts, and you think the people will be happy? You remove subsidy and end up asking Nigerians to pay more come 2026 for fuel taxes. But when you were taking off subsidy, you told Nigerians it is for the good of the nation and you will save. So where's that money? What have you used the money for, Bola Tinubu? That's what Tinubu and Peter Obi is asking you, Bola Tinubu. What have you used the money that you said you've saved from subsidy? We cannot see any effect of it. You're borrowing so much more, but we cannot see what you're borrowing the money to use for. Even the Speaker of the National Assembly actually said one time that this borrowing is too much. Stop mismanaging the national treasury. Stop corruption. For all of you who said it was Bola Tinubu by force, Tinubu has come to show you that this government came to show Nigeria that it's a tax collecting government without providing anything to show for the taxes they're collecting. That's what Tinubu has come to show all of you. He told you he wanted to do what he did in Lagos. You thought it was a joke. You guys thought it was just all blah blue and blah blah blue. No, it's showing you all right now that you will pay through your noses. It doesn't matter whether you're a Fulani man or Yoruba man or an Hausa man or a Do man or an Efik man. It doesn't matter where you're from. It's showing you the taxes he will collect it. That's exactly what he did in Lagos State, and they will appropriate those monies to themselves. Your lands, they will take them. You see what Tinubu is doing, the APC is doing in Lagos State? You see what Wike is doing in the Federal Capital Territory? They will take your land. They will land grab your properties and they will give it to themselves and their friends. And you can see the clear reason why Nigerians, in their droves, in their numbers, voted for Peter Obi in 2023 before the election was rigged. This is the reason why. This is why they voted for Peter. This is about clear leadership. Leadership not tainted with corruption. Leadership not tainted with abuse of power. Leadership not tainted with a case of corruption, allegations following this government everywhere. This is the difference. Then this is the reason why Peter Obi is always the one they're targeting all the time. Because they know, even Bola Tinubu himself understands that, Peter Obi is better than him. He's better than him. He knows that. The things that have been done in Nigeria by this APC government is something you cannot hide. It is clear for everyone to see. Even the blind can see what this government has done to Nigeria. This government has come in to put more Nigerians in more levels of poverty than we've never seen before. I mean, we're talking about you surpassing how bad Buhari was. From day one, and Nigeria since has not recovered. So where are the savings for removal of fuel subsidy? Where are the savings? All these monies that you've been borrowing, where are they going to? Where are the borrowings? Where are they going to? The rascality of corruption in Nigeria is overwhelming. It's overwhelming. See how they're borrowing. See the way they're mismanaging government funds, public treasury. And then you think that you have a government. It is funny how Nigerians really, really think. And the funny thing is the fact that the people who are the beneficiaries of this corrupt system are the ones chanting 2027 is a giving for Bola Tinubu. Because they know that they will rig the election. It is not by the vote of the people. I said this before, and even Dele Farotimi said that in one of his most recent interviews. It is the people who will determine. But unless the people come out in their numbers to vote and decide to defend their vote, there's nobody that can stop this man from rigging the election in 2027. And by the way, do not even think that the INEC chairman is going to help. I've said this in my previous video. I have asked these questions as well. Is the current INEC chairman already compromised? Because Dalit Faratimi asked the same question. As long as it was Tinubu that nominated him, there's a possibility he could be compromised. That's what he said. But if you look at the election from Anambra that just happened this year, just this month, you will realize that there's nothing stopping this government from rigging the next election. There's really nothing. Nothing. So Obi is actually spot on to say to Tinubu, stop the rascality of corruption. Stop spending public funds, without giving due account. So we're asking Bola Tinubu, where is the savings from fuel subsidy? What have you used it for? All these monies you've been borrowing, where are you taking the money to? Where are they? This internally generated revenue, where are they? Where are they going to? We cannot see them. But yet, the government is bragging that the bad days are over. While many more Nigerians are living in squalor and in poverty. This is why I'm telling all of you, and I'm telling more Nigerians more and more, you have to understand this. This political elite, they will do it by force, by all means. Tinubu told them in 2023, grab it, run with it. Every means possible. He told them. In order for us to get our country back and grab it, we have to do it with every means possible. Tinubu did it. He told them, "You did not grab it and run with it whilst you were sleeping." Wasn't that when they announced the result? They've not been able to collect the numbers. They already announced who won the election. Can you see how Nigeria works? You see, when they say Nigeria is a crime scene, this is exactly what they mean. This is exactly what they mean. Like I told you already, it's showing Nigeria what it did in Lagos. They will grab all of our lands. Look at Abuja. They're grabbing their land. Wike is doing it. In Lagos State, they're doing it, demolishing people's houses, and grabbing their land and giving it to their friends. Oworon Shoki is another example of it. Guys, wake up. Wake up. It might be you that will be next. See, this corruption, he has no idea who the Tinubu's friends are or who they're not. At one point in time, everybody will be a victim. Don't wait until you become a victim before we stop this, this blatant and open and explicit display of corruption in our faces. We have to wake up together and make sure we go out and vote in 2027 and defend that vote. Let us see who will come and cause mayhem. Again, do you agree with Peter Obi? Put your comment in the comment section. Do you think Peter Obi is just making this scathing accusation against Tinubu, or you think it's just political rivalry, all get towards 2027? What do you think about Peter Obi? Is he same as Bola Tinubu? Put your comment in the comment section. Please like, share, subscribe, and also subscribe if you've not done so. That helps us keep creating channel like this, content like this, and help us reach out to more Nigerians, and also recommend this channel to others. I'll catch you in the next video. God bless you. Bye-bye for now.